Okay. Yeah. Welcome to today's stream on hard mode. The plan for today's stream is going to be pretty simple. We're going to go ahead and finish up the final boss for Blaze, and then enter into Void and complete Void. Before we do that, however, we have a few quests from Backdoor that I need to go ahead and complete. One of them I actually managed to complete before this stream. I was spent about 2 hours off stream grinding before the stream. As you can see, I have a little bit of ectoplasm from right before the stream that I've been grinding. But also, yesterday spent about an hour and a half to go ahead and get enough gems to get some Rubik's, so I could get unstable from Willen, in backdoor. So right now we have some actually decent step pets. If we go look at our team, we have Wilson, unstable, and 2 Rubik's actually, because I managed to get 3 Rubik's from my unboxing attempts. But yeah, that will be the plan for today's stream. We'll probably finish up, get up to like 150 million ectoplasm, sell that with a glitchy X gum to get some gems, then use those gems to go ahead and finish up the index for Bovin, as we need to go ahead and complete that eventually. But yeah. And then once we are done with Bovin, we can go ahead and enter into the Blocksbed HQ and finish up all that for going ahead and completing Void today. So yeah, ideally we would be able to rebirth today. The thing is, we will still have some quests left over that we have to do from previous areas. Like the Yu Gramps we have, and then also all the puzzle quests that are required to do before rebirthing. Which aren't going to be too much of an issue, since like half of it is the puzzle, which, you know, I already know the solution to. But some of them, like Cheshire, will have a few item quests that we'll have to do anyways. But yeah, the plan for today will probably just be getting gems for Starlight for Bovin, then completing the final boss, and then Void for all that stuff. And if we have time, after that would be going ahead and moving over into working on Yu for races, since she's going to be definitely the limiting reagent for completing Ghost Simulator, all the quests before Rebirth. But yeah, she shouldn't take too long. Or I guess we could also do some grinding of Boboss for those pet crates, because we'll probably want to do pet or void crate, just because that's probably should be a requirement before we rebirth to go ahead and completely complete that index. But yeah, we'll see. Hello Ultron, hello Raz, Solo, and Deadpool. But yeah, the first part of the stream, it's basically just going to be grinding some ectoplasm for some gems. So a little bit boring. This is basically what I've been doing for the last 2 hours off stream. Or not. I didn't do this for 2 hours. Like right before this, I did it for about 45 minutes for the 90,000 I started, or 90 million I started with. But yeah, I did about an hour and a half yesterday for the stuff. And then once we get around 150 million, we'll go ahead and sell it with a glitchy X gum. Use those gems to go get Starlight for Willen, and then we'll be into doing the final boss, which will get us a few keys, and then we'll go ahead and use those keys to open some chests, which will probably give us some legendaries, and then we'll go ahead and move on to Void finally. So no Halloween event. You get everything from bow crates, including board crates, applying to all crates. Oh, I should get all the boards before we go rebirth, like all of them except for classifieds, obviously. Yeah, that's actually a decent idea. Yeah, no, because I've kind of been ignoring board crates, because like it's not really a challenge to get stuff from board crates. I mean, in some sense it is, but it's actually fairly simple. It's not like it helps us progression-wise to get stuff from boards, so it'd only be like first like 4 quests, like the 3 quests that have you unbox board crates that we need to unbox for. And I think by the first time we got to the first one, it would have been fine to go ahead and do it. It just would have been a little bit of extra. But yeah, I think before rebirthing, going ahead and getting all that board crate indexes. Not doing chests. We're not going to do like developer chests or Great Guardian chests. Like maybe we'd do the up to like godlies or whatever. But getting even getting all the corrupteds on this account would take like 20 to 40 hours or something insane. Because we're at like 4 keys per hour times whatever gum we're using, which would probably be basic. So 8 keys per hour. Minimum of 8 keys, minimum of 40 keys needed, which would be getting everything one time from all the chests. That's already 5 hours, plus however rare corrupteds decide to take. Yeah. Why is Leo in Halloween event wearing the same clothes as Gramps? Because canonically they are the same person. Like it was speculation before, and it was really strong speculation since they both wear an eye patch. But yeah, kind of confirms it. No Halloween event. Yeah, I haven't played the Halloween event really that much. I do need to go play it to go ahead and get the 250 mythical that I'm giving away in my Discord group. So, I only have like 100 keys right now, so I need to go do like 3 hours of grinding or whatever for the rest of those keys, which I might be putting off a little bit too much. But yeah, whoever wins that is going to have to wait like a day or two for me to actually get all the keys I need for it. Unless for some reason I decide to, right after this stream, stop and grind some more Ghost Simulator for keys. I'm just going to make all my keys into gum. Yeah, that's smart. That's a really good use of gum, of items, to go ahead and turn it into ghostly gum that you'll 100% use. The script says you're winning it. Yeah. The thing is, the keys aren't actually tradable, so I'd have to. So it's going to be. I'll let you guys figure out which one you want me to buy, and then I'll buy that one with the keys, and then give that pet to you or board to you or whatever. I guess you really only have one option: a pet or a board. I think most people would go for the pet. I think the pet is a little bit better this year than the board is looks wise. And generally, recent events haven't had too much discrepancy in value between it, just because everyone just grinds for whatever they want and don't really worry about trading for any of it. But yeah. You have 2 weeks. There is going to be, we're going to have the next Friday. This Friday won't be anything, but next Friday, day after Thanksgiving, will be the Thanksgiving update. But the Christmas event will still be continuing on. So we'll have a part 3 of the Halloween event. So there'll be another 2 weeks of the Halloween event, even though there won't be anything added, and Thanksgiving will be going on concurrently. You will still have more time to grind for whatever you want from the Halloween event, which, you know, will be nice. It'll be a little weird to have 2 events going on at the same time, but, you know, it's whatever at this point. Yeah, devs have confirmed it, and, yeah. That's kind of the plan for the next update. It is going to be a Thanksgiving event with continuation of the Halloween event, for whatever you want to grind. Which, you know, with how much I've grinded so far, will give me just enough time to get 1 mythical. You know, we had update for Halloween on this part 2. I only had like 100 keys. So I'm going to need to spend some time this week, next week, grinding the rest of the keys so I can actually get like everything from the update I want to, because, I don't know. I just got 7 ghostly boss gum in 1 conversion. That is pretty sick. Yeah. Sometimes you can get really lucky with those conversions. I think someone was like, oh yeah, I got 2 rift gums and like 300 gum or something ridiculous. Where you just get really lucky with some things sometimes, and it's just really nice feeling. I know on this count I've gotten kind of lucky. Like I got 4 blobs when I got unblobs. I know Rubik's. I had got 3 Rubik's with the gems I needed for like 1 in a 10th or something. So it is really nice when you do get lucky. Especially when it's something like the Godly. I know the 300 or the 30 key chest, or the what used to be the 25 key chest, in this event can be in events is really annoying to get, because you have these Godlies that are like 8%. So you have an 8% chance of getting like the Godly board or whatever, and like you can go like it's 12 keys crates expected. And if you don't get it in like the first 12, like that next 12, you have like that same chance of getting one. And it can just be brutal trying to go for like 1 or 2 of those. But if you get like that rare item the first try, all of a sudden it's like that hard item that you can spend forever getting. You now have it, and all the easier stuff will just like you'll eventually get it. Like you aren't going to struggle forever getting the mythical, or no, not getting the mythical, getting the legendary from a crate. You're gonna get that within like 2 or 3 crates, and if you don't, it's like, oh wow, I got better stuff. But yeah. Oh yeah, Deadpool got pretty lucky with Gum 2 yesterday. No, it's just every once in a while someone's like... There's enough people in Ghost Sim that every once in a while someone will get really lucky with some stuff. Dev Classifieds are a really big example of this, I think. Big Ten, one of the biggest grinders in Ghost Simulator, spent like 3, 4, 5,000 keys or something without any Dev Classifieds. Meanwhile, multiple people got it within like their first 100, first 20 keys. I know someone got like all 5 within like 300 keys or something. Which, it's not fun when you're on that 5k for 0 side, but when you are on the 300 for 5 side, oh, it feels super nice. It was about time to get those rifts. I got scammed on a few in your 100 trillion. Yeah, sometimes you get really unlucky. The thing about randomness is eventually it'll even out. The thing is, like, eventually might not be like in a reasonable amount of time. Like for classified grinding, you aren't going to have a nice average amount in like 100 in like 5 classifieds to get. You're going to need to unbox like 20, 50, 100 classifieds before it's like you're taking the reasonable amount per classified. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to do a little bit more. As I said, we're going to be grinding ectoplasm and gems. This is pretty much all I did for the last like 2 hours off stream, so I'm pretty used to it. But yeah, this is kind of the boring stuff. I was trying to do all this off stream, but I ran out of time to do the gem grinding, so you guys are gonna have to wait for about 30 minutes worth of gem grinding. You can probably sell around 140 million, not have to go up to the full 150 million to have enough gems. The thing is, I have better pets than I do math for, because I've been leveling up these pets when I last did math, so yeah. What do you think about 20 enchanted boss gums? The thing is, I much prefer value. I would personally prefer if things were valued in like glitchy lucky gums. I'm not going, like, as I said, I don't know too much about values, so I don't usually juice too much. I know what you're referencing. I was actually around for that. But yeah, I think valuing glitchy would be a little bit easier because it's easier to grind for glitchy. Therefore, it's worth about how much it can be used for. Whereas enchanted, it's a bit harder to grind for, so it's worth more than it's usable at. So glitchy gum is like just purely usable value, whereas like enchanted you have a little bit of rarity value to value with. But yeah, 20 enchanted boss gums equal to a sunspot. You think that's a bit pricey for just a sunspot? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you do... It really depends. I think some people can grind sunspots a lot easier than other. Like some people, yeah, okay. It might be a bit high on the price, but you know, it's pretty easy to grind gum in some respects, and it's pretty hard to grind classifieds in other respects. Like you're gonna need a lot of rebirth before you can grind for a classified, whereas you don't need rebirths to grind for gems or whatever. You really only need to have game passes and some gum and some good pets. Which, good pets in this scenario, as long as you have, like, Atom and stats, you can grind Remnant Zone pretty easily. The thing about chat, I always read chat from the bottom to the top, so whatever you send first is going to be, like, the last thing I read, so it makes these jokes really... Because I'm reading the answer to the joke before I read the actual joke. It makes it kind of bad. I think 15 would be a good price. Yeah, I don't know. That's the thing about values. Values are super subjective. Like, people are going to overpay for stuff like Sunspot for the stats, whereas other people aren't going to pay at all for a Sunspot because they have 60. It's a bit subjective, but yeah. Ah, yeah, much better. Two fishes are in take, one turns to the other and says, "How do you drive this thing?" Oh, yeah, that's definitely how you should do jokes from now on. Definitely won't confuse everyone else who's actually reading chat actively. No, that's sort of just a me problem. If you just, I don't know. If I'm actually reading chat, I should be able to, like, read it as it comes out, but me actually reading chat is a whole nother issue. Right. Earbuds were tangled. They're still tangled, but whatever. Yeah, I still haven't got my headphones figured out. I probably should do that today or something. Actually, can you guys see them back there? Probably not. A little bit. It's pretty low quality. That black thing right there underneath the hourglass, that's my headphones that I used to wear during every single stream. They've been out of commission for a while. They broke for something, and I haven't got around to looking at them to see if I can fix it or just figuring out another pair. Anyways, 123. Alright, so we get about... We get about 150x times this in terms of ectoplasm, or ecto tokens, and then we can sell those ecto tokens for 450. So I don't know, 3x, 3.3x, I guess. Yeah, 3.3x, and then multiply that by 4, so 12.3x. And I need to get around 200-ish thousand, or 200 million, or 20 million. So 13.2-ish times the 126 I have right now. Aiming for around 220 mil. Yeah, I should be good at 14. Alright, which will be about 2 more minutes, 3 more minutes of grinding. I know this first part of the stream is like really boring. It's me doing 20 minutes of just gem grinding. As I said, I prefer to do this stuff off stream. I don't think it's going to be too much of an issue on this stream, since once we do this, we'll be really fast for the rest of the stuff. Like, we're going to be done in Void in about an hour once we start doing Final Boss. It's pretty quick. And yeah, once we're done with Void, like, figuring out the rest of the stuff is kind of, Actually, we'll be doing Final Boss. I think then we'll do Bow Boss, because he does reset when you rebirth. So he's kind of a requirement to go past Blacksmith HQ. despite them being a puzzle quest like Archie and those. But Archie and Cheshire reset when you rebirth, so they're not like as strong of a requirement for doing before you leave the world. Whereas Bo's a little bit more like, hey, maybe you should do this quest before you go past him. But yeah. I'm gonna grind towers 3 hours straight during this stream. Dinner. Do you say dinner, tea, or anything else? I have breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and that's all I usually use. And then there's snacks, obviously, and dessert. But I think those ones are pretty universal. But yeah, no. Breakfast, lunch, dinner. Nothing supper, tea, anything like that. But I do know it's a cultural thing. Like, Americans are a lot more likely to use what I use. Whereas if you're, like, literally anything else, you have, like, 20 other words for everything. What do you call it? Dinner. Or lunch, or whatever it is. The meal in the night, that would be dinner for me. The one like 5, 6, 7 p.m., 8 p.m. if you're being really slow on it. 130. So yeah, we need about 9 million more, which, as I said, should be about 2 to 3 minutes. The funny thing about this account is I actually have like an insane amount of boss gum because of how much I've grinded for normal gums. I have 29 basic boss gum, and we kind of ignored the ghostly boss gum because I got pretty lucky with that one. But yeah, I'm not going to be using all that basic boss gum, so it's kind of just going to this account into the void. I will be using it on Final Boss. I'll probably use my Ghostly Boss Gum first, and then maybe use a bit of Basic Boss Gum if I want to get a few more pets, just to see if I can get anything good. Because if I can get like a 1 Corrupted or something, that'd actually be pretty insane for stat-wise for this count. Because that'd be about double what I currently have with Unstable, so pretty decent increase. Once we do get Adam, though, we'll be able to actually replace one of the Rubiks, which is pretty nice. And then we'll also be getting... Yeah, I think it'll just be Adam that we'll be able to replace with... We will be getting 3 keys, which could give us a small chance of getting a mythical or above. And then even if we get a godly, I guess, we would be maybe able to replace the Starlight we get for doing Bovin. I always forget their names. Like, I keep saying, like... Jillian and whatever for like the Ovens and whatever. It's kind of, I always no one really remembers anyone other than Dylan and Jillian or Joven. Dylan, Jillian, and Joven are the only ones I really remember. Willen and Bovin I haven't done enough to really remember. Over here in Britain we call it over in boy Brian. We call it tea. Online, I call it dinner to not confuse people. Woven. Yeah. No, I keep wanting to say Billin as one of the Jillins. Just because, like, Billin for Bovin. Oh, it's really hard to stop myself from saying that. Because I know that it just sounds wrong in my head. And it's like, nope, it's not the name of any of them. But yeah, one of the benefits of grinding gems in main hub... I'm getting a decent amount of progress on Yuwu and Gramps, which are going to be like one of the longest quests that we're going to be spending on. Mainly Yuwu is going to be what we're long spending on. But like, as you guys can see, we have a 30 seconds race coming up. So we're just basically able to get a little bit of quest progression for free, which will count for a lot later on. But yeah, We got up to quest number 5 out of 7. We were at 4 out of 7 last stream, so we've done a few races for that. And then we've also made a little bit of progress in that, but yeah. But there we go. We have 140 million. We'll do this race and then we'll sell with a glitchy XCOM. And that should give us approximately 21 million gems, which should be pretty good with the glitchy lucky gum I have for getting the godly for Bovin. We just need to make sure we have enough gems for all the other quests. So we'll... Ooh. Can't just burn all the... Alright, we'll slow burn some of the gems for like some quests. Then we'll go ahead and burn it all once we get to the last quest for him. But I think he does have some pretty nasty level up quests, so it might take a little bit longer than I have planned to do his quest. For Willin in Backdoor, I was already on the final quest, so it wasn't actually too much of an issue to do it, since all it did require was unboxing Godly. Whereas with Bovin, I'm going to need to do all the quests up to there anyways. But yeah, let's go ahead, start off, get the gems. So we'll go ahead and use a glitchy XCOM. Come over here, sell with glitchy XCOM. Head over to... Actually, that's not quite as many gems as I was expecting. Because that's going to be just under 20 million. That's going to be about 19 million. Yeah. Should be still enough in theory to get the godly. Just might be a little bit short if we have to go unbox too much for his previous quest. And I'm going to hop back into a public servers just because I'm going to be doing unboxing. And it's easier to switch servers for doing final boss and stuff. There we go. High quality. Teleport to Backdoor. But yeah, we actually have decent pet stats, which is actually kind of nice for once. We've been working with like low pet stats for so long on this account that finally being maxed out, we're going to be able to get decent stat pets. Nothing super crazy. We're just going to be running like Adam, Unstable, and maybe a Mythical along with Wilson. But it should be still decent. But yeah, the plan is going to be go ahead and do Bovin. So 1 rare pet, 2 uncommons, and 3 commons. We aren't going to be using Lucky Gum for this. Actually, no, we might as well go use basic Lucky Gum. Since we have a billion. We won't use our glitchy Lucky Gum. We'll keep that until we actually need to get the godly. Or we can burn the rest of our gems without needing to unbox other quests for gems. But yeah. Am I going to do Bloxbed HQ on a private? I'm probably going to do it on a public server. Unless it's like too crowded. It's not going to be too much easier or harder, whichever way I do it. Private server would probably be a little bit easier as long as I don't get too much lag, since I have all the perks. I have pretty good knowledge on how to do a final boss and all that stuff. We are kind of just waiting for our XCOM to run out, but... Whereas on a public server, we're going to have a little bit bad people. It does spread out the attacks a little bit more, which means that you are less hurt when one person gets hit. But it also means I have the potential to be with really bad people, which will slow it down a lot more than it'll help. Alright. Watch this. I'm going to get, like, the godly first try, and it'll be kind of pointless for me to have, you know, actually done anything. Actually, I have auto-delete commons on. I need to turn that off. Did that actually turn off? Yes. Alright, this is another common. And then we'll hopefully just get 3 dings in a row and just get all this stuff. There's another random pet. Probably common. That's another common. I'm going to accidentally start grinding Blocks by HQ and the ProbBook servers at the same time as I. Yeah. Just as long as I don't need to wait 15 minutes. Alright, that's another ding, so that's probably an uncommon. No, that's a rare, and now we're just hoping for an uncommon at some point. Alright, we're burning. I'm kind of afraid now. I forget how expensive some of these crates are when you're only have a few million gems. But yeah, we burned about 2 million gems to get all that quest, so hopefully it doesn't get too much worse than that. I think I only have one more unbox quest for like a legendary in like 2 or 3 level up quests. Oh, that's a quest. I forgot that he has stuff other than level up and, you know, unbox quests. But yeah, this still shouldn't take too long to complete Bovin. Unfortunately, our reward from Bovin's not quite as good as it is from Willen. We aren't going to get like a whole new pet. We're just going to get a bit more pet storage, which some people would probably kill for, but on this account, it's not too much of an issue whether we have 5 pet storage or 500 pet storage. Since we don't really care too much about what we get. Hello, I think I see someone jumping around me, so I'm assuming someone got into the same public server as me from stream. Alright, now I'm going to be staying in the same spot and they're going to be kind of confused. And let's say I have pets on. The funny thing is when someone uses a gum, their pets actually stay where they're at in the server, so it's actually kind of weird. I don't really need these. What I really need is farmers. Yeah, I was expecting it to be a really quick to just get up to completing. I kind of forgot that I hadn't completed him like I did with Willen. But we only have 5 more quests after this, of which at least 2 will be unboxed quests. There's going to be one for a legendary and then one for the complete index. Both of which should be fairly easily since we can probably burn both those in 1 stone. As long as we don't have an unboxed godly and completing index, we should be fine. Actually, even if we have that, we should be fine. Shouldn't take too much. I'll accept it later. Alright, 11 more farmers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sent you a friend request? Yeah, I missed accepting it. Alright, there we go. I'll accept it later once I leave. Or you can resend it in this server and I'll accept it. Alright, level up 2 rare pets up to level 3. Not going to be too much of an issue. Pets. Alright, let's see. I don't think we have any rare pets up to like level 2, so it's probably just going to be equipping 2 random ones. Let's do Jackbox. But yeah, I do accept friend requests on this account. If you send it to it, whether it's off stream or whatever, I'll go ahead and get around to it eventually. Alright, I shouldn't be vacuuming these ghosts. They take way too long. Hi, if you give me 50 enchanted boss gum, I'll give you a sunspot. Very good trade. Please accept. Yeah, you know how much I grind for enchanted gum, correct? But no, in all seriousness, it is. I think that's one of the issues with like values in general. Like, if you start being like, oh, this item's worth 2 of that item, and like just valuing based on that like randomly, you're going to end up with some like inconsistencies where something's like, oh yeah, you can trade like 1 of this for 100 of that, and people are like, no, I wouldn't even trade 50 of that for it. And even if it's theoretically worth it because you can like down trade it that way, it's just really hard to find someone willing to do like a straight up trade. Or sometimes it's the opposite way where like, oh yeah, this 50 of this item is actually worth 1 of that item. And it's just not actually worth that. And I think that, I don't think that should exist in a value system, but it, like, in all the value systems I'm seeing, that does work that way, where it's like, even if like each tier is like, oh, that's somewhat reasonable, the effect of it is just unreasonable. Yeah, you only have 61 on me. Yeah, I only have 25. And that's all from you from that one trade, which you probably have been realizing that it was kind of bad, you know. But anyways, have I got you added? I don't know who I have added on this account. I kind of accept all the friend requests and don't pay any attention to anyone. Oh, talking to Capri. Okay. Like on that value list, the one that you've been referring to earlier, that Ninja kind of drafted up. I think he drafted it pretty quick with a like glitchy and or enchanted lucky and boss gum for classifieds. It has this one issue where like I think like Rainwave and stuff is undervalued on it. I don't think there is any difference in value really between a Rainwave, a Twister, and a Sunny. I would trade all those away pretty much interchangeably on my main account. Actually, probably up to like Hailstorm. It's just basically the same difficulty to get. The only difference there is the amount of gems, and like if you can grind in less than like if you can grind the gems in less time than it'll take you to unbox, it starts to become less meaningful to unbox, less meaningful to get the gems, and just all that matters is the % chance from each crate. So, but yeah, should you do Bovin? Bovin, I would wait on a normal account to do it until you have rebirthed a few times and you can really easily get the gems. Like spend like 5 minutes to get the gems, and then you can do them. The thing is, he doesn't reset when you rebirth, so if you start him now and decide to do him next rebirth or whatever, his progress will save. So it isn't like doing the Illins where you get where you get all the way to the last quest and then realize, oh, this quest is impossible for me to complete, and then go ahead and lose all the progress because you have to rebirth and whatever. Which, you know, generally isn't too much of a progress since the main difficulty is going to be that final quest anyways. But there isn't any like drive to actually get done this rebirth where it is like with the Ellens. But yeah, wait until you can get 20 million gems fairly easily. I know I spent like 3 hours grinding the gems on this account for it, or an hour grinding the gems on this account for it after I grinded 2 hours, or I don't know how long I've spent grinding the gems for pets on this account. It's actually pretty insane how difficult it is to or actually, it's not even that difficult. It's just time consuming to actually stay up to date on pet stats. But I've spent time keeping up to date on pet stats so I can get Bovin done. Most people are not going to be in that same boat on their accounts. Hello, Banseek. I have 5 billion. I'm gonna go for Sunspot really quick. Oh yeah, good luck. Knowing you, you're probably gonna get like 3 in that time. You and Sunspot have actually you and like classifieds in general just get really good history. All right. 40 web servers, 10 binaries. Journal. Inventory. I really should be making secondary pet teams so I can switch back faster. Okay, so this quest, and then I'm going to have another quest that's probably going to be unbox a legendary, and then it's probably going to be level up a godly up to level 2, or maybe an E-pet up to level 10. I don't really remember what Bovin's quests look like, so it's kind of just a surprise whatever we get. Oh no, you have 666 enchanted lucky gum. This is a bad sign. That is a really bad sign. I think you should go use one, then come back to it later. Ideally without regrinding that one. Or go use 111 and call it nice. When is the next pack and back that we have for backdoor? Like, I know we aren't actually worrying too much about staying up to date on this stuff, but 67 and 125. Okay, yeah, Y is out. Could I have T7? I don't actually trade on this account. I know I have an extra T7, and I have... But, yeah, I don't actually trade. If you want a T7, it wasn't too difficult for me to get it. As I said, I've done, like, 100 races or whatever, and I have 2 or... So, you know, gotten pretty lucky with that, but, yeah. Yes. Number superstition is a bit weird. I don't actually care too much about that, but... there's so much unboxing. Like, every time I see someone going for an unboxing class... Or, not every time. But there's some people where it's like, every time it's like, oh, this server is lucky, so... It's like, that's not how it works. And they're like, okay, if you go more than this amount of gems without getting an item, just switch servers because the server's unlucky. That's not really how servers work. But, you know, whatever superstition helps you warrant spending more gems in Ghost Simulator works, I guess. But yeah, people will swear by don't spend more than X amount of gems on one server. And realistically speaking, that doesn't matter at all. You can go grind. You can go spend 30 billion on 5 different servers, and you'll have the same thing as getting it on one server. Even if one server gives you a sunspot and the other 4 don't, that doesn't mean that one server is lucky and the other 2 aren't. It just means you got luckier on that one. I remember I was once in a BSS server, and everyone got super lucky for some reason. Yeah, occasionally there are little blips. I know in Murder Mystery 2, there was the 2019 Halloween event. Oh my, it was really 2019. But anyways, Pumpkin, there was a box, and you'd go into a private server, turn off like all your joins and whatever and your settings, and it would set the RNG whatever value that it used for unboxing, so that you'd specifically get it within like 2,000 candies or something. So it was literally guaranteed free pumpkins or whatever for like just a certain amount, which was really cheap. There is some RNG like that, but generally speaking, like those are going to be like super hard to figure out and whatever. It's not going to be super consistent. Oh, you just spent 700 million. Yeah, with those expensive crates, and auto delete and like all that, if you can go through quite a bit of gems really quickly. Hello, Darks. Just cranked up my fan from 300 RPMs to 1,500. Oh, lovely. Yeah, I probably have a setting that I can do. I don't think I do, but I might. But yeah. I think I already answered whether or not you should do Bovin. It really depends whether you can grind the 20 million gems or so you need for it. If you can right now, go ahead. If you can't easily get that, wait. You'll be able to do it easier after your rebirth a few times once you get better paths, etc. Unbox a legend or better. I think at this point we go ahead. I'm going to go double check. Now, no, it's not going to have us unbox a godly on this quest. You got a sunspot or 2 sunspots or like 5 sunspots? And just 1 billion, you probably got 1. Nice job. Yeah, okay. I'm going to take all the credit for that because I wished you luck, but you know, no, sometimes you just get really lucky like that. So here we're going to go ahead, equip our glitchy lucky gum. And then I'm going to open up an auto clicker, which will close this temporarily. I don't know why this always opens in this window, but it does. And I guess we should auto delete commons. Actually, let me make sure first before I do that I do have everything from the pet crate other than the godly, because I know last time I did it with like pet crate. Oh. We're missing a single common. It's actually... I want to get the common before we go trying to get the godly. There we go. Turn it. I just don't want to go burn all those gems without having the a common, then be out of commons and also out of gems. Because if I'm missing 1 common and I don't have any gems, it could take a bit of time for us to actually grind for it. Alright, let's go ahead, mass trash, select all. Actually, we should keep our legendary. I don't know if we have a level up legendary or whatever quest, but just in case we need to level up a legendary to level 1. No, we have a pickle jar if we need that. Mass trash. Select all. Double check they weren't deleting anything important. Does not seem like we are. 38. Alright, time to go burn all these 16. Alright, guys. Place your bets in now whether or not we actually get the godly from this crate. Because we're about to burn all of our gems. 1.1% chance. We're opening about 880. So we got a ding, I think. So we got at least a legendary. The question is whether or not we got the godly. And looking at chat, it appears we didn't. Oh, no, we got 2. So, yeah, there we go. I don't know why we got really lucky. I don't think I even had a decent chance at getting 1. But whatever the case is, we'll go ahead and take that. That is 2 starlights, 2 paradises, so that'll get us the legendaries if we need it. And yeah, that will be it for Bovin. And then we'll be going ahead, and once we complete Bovin, I think we have one more grindy-ish quest where we need to level up pets or whatever. No, not really. Just items, then index, and then we're done. And then we can... Actually, Starlight should replace our Rubik, so we should have slightly better pets. Not that we actually need better pets at the moment. We won't be doing anything for a while that we'll need better pets for. Alright. 50 apples, 60 USBs. Don't need any ice cubes. And we'll go ahead and re-equip some loot gum in case... or when we need it. But yeah, that's all the gems we need for all the indexes for pet crates. It took us, I don't know, took us about hour and a half per pet crate on average for grinding gems. Not too bad. I mean, that is 15, 16 hours worth of just grinding gems for pets, but whatever. Including all the time we've spent over the whole last 3-4 months grinding for these, but yeah. Dibs. No. Oh. Yeah, I really needed to get Sunspot at some point. I haven't actually gotten one yet on my main account. Actually, haven't done any classified grinding on my account, really. I've spent more time on this account than on my main account, which is kind of a bad sign, but whatever. Oh, we should be using glitchy loot gum. I'm stealing highest classy luck. Oh, yeah. I haven't used any, so it's fine. It's much better for the person who's spending the billions of gems to have it than the person who's only spent like 7 billion. Like right when it came out, I did a little bit of grinding before it came out just to, you know, see if I could get one for a video. Got about 7 billion gems. I was planning on getting like 12 billion or 16 billion. And then I realized I don't quite grind gems as fast as I thought I did. And so, you know, ended up with, 7 billion, decided to try recording to get one. 30 minutes later, didn't have one, gave up. Oh, I haven't used it because, yeah, no, I really haven't. Three rares and 4 rolls. It happens. I don't think... Oh, can I actually accept a friend request from there? Does that work? That is. Okay. Oh, I don't need these ghosts. USBs. Alright, we need 17 more USBs. Not going to be too much of an issue. $12 more. Oh, did you? Yeah. I don't know. Did you lock them after you unbox them? Oh, back when classifieds didn't get like auto locked, it was it was a different time back then. So many people. Okay, not so many people, but it was like kind of a. You'd have to check your inventory every time after you unbox. You'd be like, okay, do I have any classifieds? Go check through your entire classified index. I know some people did accidentally delete classifieds just because, like, you know, you don't realize you got it, or you just go mass trash without it, thinking about it afterwards. But yeah, it's there's still some things that don't get auto locked, which probably should be, but it's not too much of an issue most of the time. I think it's mainly going to be stuff that is actually debatable whether or not it should get auto locked, like, you know, mythicals and stuff. Like, I personally would hate it if like mythicals got auto locked. Okay, there we go. Done with that. Go ahead, turn in those quests, and then we'll auto complete the next quest for Bovin because it's all index. And then we have 100 plus beds. Try. Okay. I don't think betting a mod whether or not he can ban you is actually a good strategy. Because on one hand, you win and now you have a mod that doesn't like you because you beat them. On the other hand, you know, they could just ban you. And there isn't really anything that you can do about it. I mean, you know, maybe the person who controls the moderator admin will do something about it. But, you know, that'll take time. Alright, here we are. Final boss, finally. We have done all the quests we needed to in Backdoor. And we are finally heading off into here. Looks like we are ready to go ahead and start the fight. It's a public server. No one's here except for the one person that's been following me around. So we are good to go start. Oh, while I'm thinking about it, I should go equip a boss gum. Glitchy boss gum equip. And then at the end, we'll go ahead and use this for 3 keys instead of 1 key. It's not too much of a big deal. Like, we aren't going to get anything from those keys. Mostly going to be legendaries, maybe a few godlies. Might not even be pets. Might just be all be boards or whatever. But yeah. I got Auto Blaster. Yeah. Actually, Auto Blaster is one of, like, it's a pretty good perk. It doesn't seem like super useful. And, like, it's not, like, useful. Like, it won't increase your grinding like some of the other stuff, like additional streams. But being able to just do it hands-free is such a quality of life improvement. Imagine I use the boss gum. As I said, it's not too big of a deal if I do accidentally use the boss gum. It is just 3 keys instead of 1 key. It's not like on my main account where I'm getting 20 keys per boss occasionally, and it's like, if I misuse a gum, it's like, oh, that's a pain. On this account, if I misuse a gum, it's like, oh, I lost a few keys. Whoop-de-doo. I'm not going to get anything from those keys. It's a big difference. Oh, it's good on console? Yeah, I'm sure, like, on a PC, for instance, it's not too much different. It's really only a quality of life change for when you're, like, super laggy like I am right now. So you don't have to be super slow on actually shooting and stuff. Like, right now I'm, like, ridiculously slow on shooting. Actually. Why is this so laggy? Like, even when I'm doing my... Okay, I think bosses are just kind of broken on, like, whatever this version of Roblox is. They probably use some sort of really laggy mechanic. Ag! Because, like, yeah, I'm laggier on PC, or laggier when I'm streaming, but, like, I'm not this much laggier when I'm streaming on, like, my the normal Roblox player. And it isn't like, I don't even know what it is. Because this is actually less laggy than the normal Roblox player when I'm normally playing, so I have no idea why it's so much laggier during boss fights, because it's not just final boss, it's also Great Guardian. I was noticing it was a lot laggier too. Like, I don't know, I can pull up my main account on the same time, and it will be less laggy than this. I don't know what they've done to the boss fights where it's just super laggy on mobile console, whatever. Oh, it might be because we're in a Hesse Germany server. Probably not. It's mainly FPS ping, not ping. Maybe ping is the issue. I don't know. That dude's not sounding super great either. Deadbolt, you have an extra ×4 in there. You do not have ×4 on anything. You're doubling up on some stuff. I think Boss Gum should be global and final. Yeah, that's a really smart idea. You know. Yeah, no, that's a really bad idea. Yeah, this is me. This is how I read chat, guys. I read from the bottom to the top, so I have no idea what's going on, what you guys are talking about when you guys first. I'm really struggling to figure out whether this is a server issue or if, because I'm West Coast America, so I'm literally, Germany is like 8 time zones away from me. So, you know, it's a little bit worse ping wise, but I don't think that's like the final boss issue right now. But yeah, I'm super laggy right now. This is really bad. Okay, why? What? Come on. I'm perfectly fine. Yeah, I don't know. Usually it's not this bad. This is like really bad, and it's a really weird way of bad where it's like actually doesn't feel that. It probably doesn't feel that bad to watch, but it's really bad to play. Like, because it's really staggery. Like, you'll notice one frame I'm at 32 FPS, and the next frame I'm at 8 FPS. And I don't... Yeah, it's alternating. It's that it feels awful to play. It isn't the normal where it's like a minute of good FPS, a minute of bad FPS. It's literally like half a second alternating between good and bad FPS. You're in the 50s. Yeah, I would generally say I'm generally in like the 20s to 30s, which would be perfect. Be fine right now. But with how it's working with the FPS issues, it's not going great. We should still be fine. It's going to be a little bit slower than I'd like. But whatever. You can't really lose a final boss unless you're super laggy. And we're not super laggy. I just, you know, a little laggy. Me laughing in 90 FPS. Haven't you lost? Yes, I lost the boss on my first Great Guardian, and then we almost lost the boss when we had to redo Great Guardian for. And it's one of those things where I'm fairly sure there's just some optimization issue on this version of Roblox, specifically the web app, or not the web app, the this Microsoft application, or it might just be because y'all make me get into European servers where I have a 8-hour time difference where, it's a little bit more laggy. On Final Boss? Oh yeah, I've lost Final Boss before. Laggy on my main, in streams or whatever, because it decided to glitch out of the arena, so I have to restart and switch servers. But yeah, I think it'd be hilarious to watch the FPS. Like, you guys can see right now, we're going 32.8. We're constantly gaining and losing 4x the FPS. Like, we'll have 4x the FPS, then we get divide by 4. But yeah. Yeah, no, I'm fairly sure it's not the server. I'm just going... But yeah, generally when you get hit by that lava, you go up, hit the lava on your way down again. Right now we are not doing that, which is generally a lag, just FPS full issue on Roblox's part. So there's something that's going really wonky with, like, it's how it's handling, like, physics. Just a second. Are my settings too far up? No, my graphics quality is at 1. Like, we could do... Because, on my main account, as I said, when I'm playing on the main account on the Roblox player from, like, the web app or whatever, I don't get this lag. I get... Okay, I got on that pillar. That's not even fair, but yeah. This is a different sort of lag than I ever usually get. I never get this sort of lag where I alternate between 40 and 5 FPS. I don't even... Oh, wow, we got on a pillar for the first time, and then we will get hit on our way going down. Alright. If this lag, like, cleans up when it deletes the NPCs next, I'm going to blame it on these scrolling, text stuff, because that might be, like, really bad for this version or whatever, for whatever reason, even though it's normal on everything else. Yeah, I'm not getting to any of those pillars. Who do you think I am? We're like a whole 2 seconds behind in terms of, like, them. Because you guys can watch their pets, and you saw their pets go up, like, a second before we went up. And then they're leaving, like, a second before we are. It's just really bad in terms of ping. Because that's not FPS, that's ping lag. If you see them faster than you. But yeah. So good it doesn't use RPM, but FPS. That's a really fast fan if it's spinning in an FPS rather than RPM. Because those are two really different measurements. But yeah, we're almost done with this. Things have not gotten better in terms of lag, so likely we'll just kind of struggle through the last few phases. At current rate, we should be fine. Really, we should be fine enough to get up to where it deletes the worlds, where we go down to like 2 minutes and 30 seconds, which then shouldn't be too difficult to go ahead and defeat it. There'll probably be like a low 20 seconds left, which is not ideal, but yeah, you're about to destroy that eye. I'm gonna get hit by one of those. There's no way I can dodge it. I did not get hit by one of those. But yeah, I'm just shooting slower, which is the main issue with like lag in this game. I'm shooting about half speed as they are. In SI units. Wouldn't that just be... rounds per second squared or whatever? Or frame rounds per second squared? Or... I mean, it really depends how you combine them. Like, you can just do rounds per minute per frames per second or whatever. Which would then be like frames per round or whatever. Frames per cycle or whatever. Yeah, but those are constants. So frames, that's literally, there's no way to simplify how many frames you're getting on a computer. Same thing with like cycles of a fan. If you have like the size of a fan, you could simplify it to how much the outer rim or inner rim or whatever is moving, but yeah, I'm sure you can't. No, not with frames. All right, there we go. It'll now go ahead and interface. Interface is gone. All right, so this funny thing is we're going to actually be gaining time because we are so slow on the final boss. We're going to be gaining time when it goes ahead and takes us down to 230. And it is all my fault. I am just a really laggy mess right now. And I don't know how to fix this. I don't know if it is fixable, so we're just going to go ahead and take this win and call it good. But yeah, this is like a 30-minute or 20 to 30 minute or 20-minute final boss, which is just super slow. And it is potential we could lose this. I might not be shooting fast enough to actually do the final 2.5-minute stint, which would be a shame. But yeah. Everything can be explained in SI units? I mean, not really. Like money, for instance. How do you explain money as an SI unit? What are you going to do? Centimeters per second worth of economic... worth of 5 grams of... you know, whatever? can't really break up money as an SI unit. Yeah. Yeah, I know in like physics and stuff, if you're modeling anything in real life, you can like even lights, like you can lights, electrical problems, you can go crazy with that stuff. But yeah. Yeah, no, right now my internet is just being whacked. I don't even know what it is because my FPS, you'll notice like half the time it's at this 40 FPS, the other half is at 8, and it's swapping like every second. Like half the time we're on this 30 FPS, the other half we're at 8. This is unlike any lag I usually experience in like games, and it's kind of a pain. I really hope they're shooting, because if they aren't shooting, we aren't going to be able to win. I think they are. There's no way they aren't shooting. Yeah, my internet is really not having a good day right now. No, it's my own internet. I'm playing Genshin and watching YouTube at the same time. That might be why. Yeah, doing multiple things at the same time can be really bad. No, my computer's having a struggle too with the stream and playing Roblox. We're about to get hit by one of these, and it's not going to be fun. I think we might just straight up lose. Yeah, they don't seem to be doing anything. I don't know if we have enough time to do this. I mean, if they come back now, maybe. But I might have to switch over to a private server if people are going to be like this. Oh, he had to go, and he just kind of left AFK? Yeah, that's going to lose it. Yeah, we have 15 seconds left. Dude's just AFK. Alright. That's 20 minutes of my life I'm not getting back. And watch this. We're going to be in like a normal server, and it's going to be completely fine. No. It's not completely fine. We are in a California server, which is going to be a lot closer, but whatever. Okay, it is It is literally just final boss for us. Every time we join a final boss, it's going to be like this, which is just ridiculously weird that it does this sort of lag stuff. Also, can you stop doing that laser attack? No one likes that laser attack. Actually, can you just stop doing attacks in general? I don't like any of those attacks. Yeah, some sort of Roblox optimization is probably causing it to do this sort of lags thing. Oh yeah, removing infinite quests from your index is kind of annoying. Can you just damage yourself? I really don't want to do damage. Yeah. I'm just tired of final boss at this point. I'm getting hit by that attack. I'm just kind of... We should have got it the last time, but, you know, some people kind of just left. Without leaving. Meaning, you know, your damage is nerfed. But yeah, we should be fine. Like, you can get hit by a lot of attacks and still win in a final boss fight. I don't know about with this lag, though. We have to be a little bit better about not getting hit because of lag issues, but whatever. No, we didn't win. You can't solo or I can't solo the last phase with this much lag on my own. So I went to a private server where I don't have to deal with other people. Which I'm probably still going to lose just because of this lag. I have no idea why it's this bad. Hi, I'll join you. Forfeit. Forfeit this one? Yeah, where are we at? We're about 3 minutes in. We've done one phase. We need to do 4 of these phases. 3 minutes per phase. No, we should be fine. No, plus that phase. Yeah, we should be fine in a private server. As long as we aren't getting hit by too many of these laser attacks. Because we can't really do anything on these laser attacks just because, you know, they're guaranteed hits when you're this laggy. But yeah, we should be fine on a public server. Private server, at least. Yeah, no, it's fine. I'll get it eventually. I may just have to do it off stream and just end this stream. You know, just stop streaming, do the final boss, come back to it. Can you stop changing your attacks? I want an attack that I can dodge. Thank you. Oh, I can't even dodge that if I'm not looking at it. Alright, final boss on this version of Roblox. Note to self, don't do it. It is not fun. I don't know what in the world they're doing, but this is nothing like it's on my main. Like, I know it's hard. It's harder on my main when I'm streaming on, like, the Roblox player, versus the Roblox app. Like, my goodness, why is it doing this lag? Alright, we can go stand right here and probably be fine. What in the world? Same, so I use Xbox. Yeah, it'd probably be better. I don't have an Xbox though, so. Or not an Xbox. I have an Xbox 360, but that can't run Roblox, so it's fine. But yeah, okay, we're doing about 3 minutes per one of these cycles, so we should be good because that's going to be 3 minutes, 6 minutes, down to 5:30, and then we're going to be able to do that last cycle in less than 2.5 minutes, and the last one in 2.5 minutes, so it should be fine. We should have just done a private server from the start, but I was optimistic that we could do it in a public. Imagine you get another Sunspot in 3 billion. That'd be crazy. Oh, you got it like within like 100 million? Yeah. Yeah, of course you did. Deadbolt. Oh my goodness. Yeah, getting those pets can be difficult if you don't have a like really good luck or whatever. I think I know whose luck is getting mugged in the morning. Deadball, I would try to make sure you stay away from dark alleyways and whatever. If with that luck, someone might be trying to figure out how to jump you for it. But yeah, that's what, 5 out of 6 that you need now for your team. All right, that was another 3-minute cycle. So yeah, we should be perfectly capable of doing this in time we have left. Oh, especially with a perfect attack like that. Where you're already facing the direction you need to see on that side. Look at this. We're going to get shoved off, but whatever. We didn't. We're just going to hope we don't get hit right here. Or if we do get hit, It doesn't hurt us that much. Going for another one, you have 2.9 billion. You start with 5 billion and you're like, oh, let's see if I can get one. Now you're going for 3 and 5 billion. Yeah, I'm sure the game will let you get 3 sunspots and 5 billion gems. That sounds 100% realistic. Hello. All right. All right, yeah, we are definitely on pace to get this fight done in the reasonable amount of time, so that's pretty good. No interface. Block appears somewhere. And yeah, now we just shoot the shield. 300 million gems in Hutch and classified. Yeah, depending on which classified you're going for, it's either insane or pain. I know for like some of the like splash or zing or whatever, that's kind of the expected amount, but yeah. Well, you remember, yeah, no, I definitely, I think it's a lot harder than it was a lot harder than I was thinking. I know it's kind of difficult. It's actually a lot more difficult than it seems. It's especially with it being out of date, it didn't have any of the current like 2023 Halloween stuff, which I think a lot of people would probably get easier, but yeah. But yeah, if you want to try it, you can definitely. I think it'd be interesting to do some developers on that. Get like Makimon or something who creates like 90% of the pets or whatever. I don't think anymore, but she created a lot of the pets. See how many she could name. Or even just other people that play the game a lot, like Preston, another YouTuber, Ninja maybe. I don't know. Just get a few people to see what they do. I know some people have tried doing it with like the wiki help or whatever, using indexes. Not like just strictly from memory, which makes it a lot easier. I know after that stream, it was... You mind doing that time freeze attack again? And undoing this? Because we have a decent view, so we aren't going to be... Ah, there we go. Alright, so our screen might be a little whack, but we will be unfrozen at least. Which is a relief. But yeah, just see how other people do on it. I was noticing when I did it after the stream ended, I was like looking at images or whatever. I'd go, be like, oh, that's like another 5 I can name just because I see their image or whatever. Like even if I had a hint, I would have been able to do like all the mini pets, like mini gas, mini mag, mini crab, mini alien, mini one, mini sludge, mini George. I would have been able mini guardian, the mini final. I would have been able to name like 6 or 7 pets just off the top of my head. I remember the name of a few more of the bow pets. It was just insane, all the stuff that you can remember with just like 1 or 2 hints additional. Having no hints is very much different. Maybe make it. I could actually redo or make another page on that website with naming it based on the image. So you have to go name image of a pet pops up. You have to name it. Be kind of cool. But yeah, we are going to be able to defeat this boss. We're going to have this permanent gray filter on, which, okay. Unless it does that attack again. Because 80 FPS. Why am I alternating between 6 and 80 FPS? This is just insane. Alright, can you do the jump attack once more? No, you're doing a time freeze attack. And now I'm frozen like this, and the colors are weird. Hey, at least he's back. You mind doing another time freeze attack so I can actually, like, get unfrozen? I can't shoot it. Alright, please do the time freeze attack so I can get unfrozen. No. There we go. We're unfrozen. Colors go even weirder. This is just so bad. Oh, this is... But yeah, that's what happens when you're laggy during the final boss fight. Occasionally, some of the attacks just, like, kind of break. I think regardless of that, we'll defeat it, like, 5 seconds left or whatever. We have a decent enough damage. As long as it doesn't go out of the arena again, we should be fine. Or get hit by too many of the attacks. Like, realistically speaking, we should be fine. This attack might hit us, which isn't the end of the world. I don't think it will, actually. Nope, it hit us. It won't hit us again, though, so we should be able to recover. Eight seconds left. I don't think we're going to be able to do this. Unless it's like that amount of shots will actually kill it. Player termination completed. Have a nice try. I might end up throwing something. This is getting really obnoxious with all the attacks issues. Like, you know, it's one thing to just be bad at the fight, but it's another thing to be alternating between 80 FPS and 5 FPS because the game doesn't want to play correctly. Like right now we're running, what, 90 FPS? Okay, right now it's alternating the same issues. I don't know. Maybe I'll fix it by doing a second fight. But yeah. My goodness, final boss is horrible on this. I might have to just launch it onto the normal Roblox player on my phone or something. Just to get around this stupid lag issue. Hello, final boss. Do you mind not glitching out 5 or 6 times in a match? Oh, of course you start with the laser attack. Why wouldn't you start with that attack? Nope, it's just worse. Is there any F9 errors? There has to... Yeah, there's like a bajillion F9 errors, and none of them are useful. Alright, I give up. We're going to a public server. I don't care anymore. Public servers are going to be easier than this is. Just because when I glitch out, they're going to be fine. And yeah, that's what people talk about when they say Final Boss is impossible. They have lag issues. Like, really bad lag issues that break the boss every other attack, basically. You know. Generally, it's not this bad. Like, off-stream, main Roblox thing, and it'd be perfectly fine. Actually, it'd be perfectly fine if I could do this. And then this. But for some reason, it's not allowing me to do... this isn't working for some reason. It doesn't sense that this is a screen, this is a screen or whatever. So yeah. So I have to do the whole screen recording, which is a lot laggier than just having the application be recorded. And, you know, I don't know a fix for that. Once we get past this, I'll probably talk a little bit more. I'm just really annoyed right now at the final boss. You know, having to do this fight 3 times. Because this is the worst I've ever had on the final boss with lag and stuff. Like, I've literally played final boss on my phone, on data, out in, like, the wilderness or whatever. Not wilderness, but, like, you know, national park areas where it's all woods and whatever. And it's like, oh, yeah, no, this isn't that bad. No, this is, like, 5-6 times worse than anything I've played with. Like even when I'm playing on my main account on stream, it's doable. I've done hours of streams of just final boss on my main account and had a much better win rate than I do have right now. It's like 3 times better on the other version of. Right, final so much. My least favorite Mega Boss, yeah. My chat was for some reason way on a date, so oh, but yeah, no. Why my screen was like that? Final was like that because I lagged on a boss fight, or when it does the freeze time attack, or screen goes gray. Occasionally during that attack, it will go ahead and glitch out because it decides, hey, I don't want to finish my attack. It attack breaks. But yeah. Blue F9 errors. Those are actually fairly common. They're more informative than anything else. It's just kind of just a stack trace. Not an error or anything, just like kind of giving information for the one before it, I'm assuming. But yeah, it probably has something to do with that since it's technically a mobile. Actually, would this be less laggy in this mode? No way this is less laggy. No, this is like 3 times more laggy. Yeah, Windows mode is always a little bit a lot laggier than normal. Yeah, that should give us a few more errors. What are the rules of hard mode? There's a full list in the description. The main ones are I have to complete every quest in an area before I can move on. Mainly like main hub, backdoor. So I have to complete all the main hub quests like Blaze, Luna, Finsley that people would normally skip. Have to do all the pet crates. So I have to get all the everything up to Godly in a pet crate before I can move on to the next pet crate. So for instance, I can't just use crate keys on pet crate 11 in backdoor to get the best pets in the game before I really start through it. Yeah, those are the main 2 rules. There's some other obvious ones like no trading, no code pets, no event pets. Basically nothing that will cheese the game too much in terms of stats. So I wasn't allowed to use Old Grand's. Yeah, that eye should be breaking too soon, assuming we don't get kicked off the pillar. Of course, we get kicked off the pillar. Why wouldn't we get kicked off? And we aren't going to be able to get back up before we get hit by this one. Listen, you just need me in the server and we'll be fine. Yeah, no, that would actually be decently helpful. Like, you know, I really am hating this final boss though, so I'm not thinking the most logically about this. Yeah, I can assure you, you do not do everything like Jax before you move on from Ghost World. At least the first time you play through Roblox. Just because I know for me it took me like, 7 hours to do her quest line, like in its entirety. So, it's pretty unlikely that you actually spent that 7 hours for a useless quest on your first playthrough. I'm not saying you didn't. It's just one of those things where it's not going to be something most people will do, especially when they can just do an easier quest line and move on without it. I'm still doing Jax because I forgot to do her. Yeah, she's really not worth doing. She gives a stat pet that's really not even good. Same stats as Blob, which, by the time you get her quest done, you actually have, like, upgrading your backpack and everything like that a few times already, so it's not that much of a improvement in stats. But yeah. I think I chose a Ghostly Vision on my first rebirth, on my main account. Divines are not a bad choice. They aren't the best choice, though. You're better off choosing either Tycoons for grinding gems or Ghostly Vision or Master Hunter for rebirthing faster. The optimal strategy for lots of rebirths, so like going for like 20 or 30 rebirths with endgame grinding, would be like just constant grinding. Would be to go ahead and do Master Hunter, then Ghostly Vision, then Tycoons is, I think, the accepted method. And just skip Divines, skip everything other than that. Maybe Lucky Cats if you want to. But yeah. To be honest, all the ones that look decent are actually pretty decent. Like Pet Evo, people go for. It's a lot worse than Tycoons, but it's also, one of the usable ones, so it's not too bad. But yeah. Got so much school stress. Yeah. Having school is kind of annoying. Sometimes it's a lot worse than others. Like, even if you have, like, the same assignments one day to the other, it can just be really weird to have it. But yeah. Yeah, you picked yours in a really weird order. I think most people went all the permanent ones. So, Ghostly Vision, Lucky Eyes, Master Hunter, Second Arc, and then thought about going... No, never mind. That's not a really weird order. I think as long as you... I think most people do all those permanent ones before it, so you're probably fine. But yeah, Divines are kind of a heads flip on whether or not they're worth it. Like, on one hand, like, they give you good stats. They're pretty nice to look at. But on the other, they do kind of just get straight out class for, like, pretty much anything by just going for other stuff. It is helpful to have them, but I don't think it's strictly necessary if you already have, like, good pets like Mythicals or whatever. But yeah. I have a spelling test every Friday at my school. It's not too bad, but still builds up a lot of stress. Yeah, in one of my language arts class, I know every week we had a, not spelling test, but like a definition test. So we had like words that we had to learn the definition to. I never studied for that. We had like two different types. We had one where it was like just words, so you have random words. And then there's others where it's just sort of like terms for, more like word terms for like what stuff is talking about. So, it had, I'm trying to think of a good example. Like, one's just word, so it's like climatic or whatever. Whereas the other one's like other stuff where it's like more of bookish terms. And I think that's the only like weekly test I ever had in any of my classes ever. usually, other than that, it was like every few months you'd have a test for like math or, you know, geography or social studies or whatever. Not really a all right. Not really like a weekly math test or whatever. But yeah. For the first time, I have more than a full page of classifieds. Nice. It's pretty cool. No, definitely collecting classifieds, collecting mini boss pets, collecting all the stuff from like the remnant crates and whatever. It's pretty cool for you to do. I know I like collecting stuff from events. I think during the... I try to do during every event, collect every normal non-mythical pet, including like the craftable ones, which can be kind of a pain. And then try to get a few of the mythicals just to have them during like Christmas 2021, 2022? I can't remember. During one of those, I got like 3 mythicals and called that good, even though there was like 10 mythicals. But yeah, I just kind of got a little bit of everything. But all the non-mythical stuff, because, you know, it's fairly easy to get. Yeah, final boss right now is just, this is the 3rd final boss we fought. We lost the other 2. Honestly, we should have won it on our first try, but someone had to go AFK. And then the second time we would have, but the final boss decided to glitch out. Like, it's probably going to do pretty soon here. We're getting low FPS, so you guys can probably see the nice little light show. Oh, that happens when you lag out. So see, oh, nope, it came back. I think having a second person helps with like it not lagging out as much. But yeah, we should be finishing up final boss here. We'll go ahead. Probably it's going to be like a low 30 defeat. So like 33, 32 seconds left on the clock. So not the best, but you know, it's definitely better than the negative 5 seconds defeat we've had recently. So we'll take it. Alright, it's going to be coming our way. Then it's going to go out of the arena, and then it's going to come back to do whatever attack it... Oh, that's interesting. So you can see here his orbs don't even appear. So the final boss isn't like above the arena for us. It's literally just non-existent for some reason. There it is. It's back. I don't know where it is back, but I saw his orbs going somewhere, so... Because, yeah, basically everything in a final boss fight is all client-side. Oh, that might be why it's lagging. It might be lagging because it figures out what it needs to do based on how many frames you have. So when you have low frames, it's like, okay, you have low frames. Let me go figure out what my next thing is slower. And then when you have high frames, like, okay, I need to figure out a lot more at a time. Maybe not exactly what's going on. Whoa. Where did all the time go? I swear we had a minute. Last time I looked. I don't know where that time went. Last time I looked, it was at a minute, and then the time just goes. Okay. Okay. Oh boy. Cutting it close. That was definitely I don't know where we lost all that time. I feel like, I don't know, it feels like 30 seconds just disappeared. It might just be because we were unable to shoot it that felt like it disappeared, because boss just didn't exist for like a whole 10 seconds. But yeah, it's good to finally have that over. I'm never going to do final boss on this account ever again, because that was a pain and I hated it, and I don't know what it is with this lag. But we keep alternating between 5 FPS and 20 or 50 FPS and whatever, and it makes this whole thing a pain to do. So yeah, we'll return to Agent Blaze, turn that quest in, grab our Atom, Actually, let's go use these 3 keys first, but I think we're going to go use pink Coven K's. Watch us get like a class fight or something stupid. Okay, we got a legendary board. That's not a classified. Alright, we'll do Mackey's, Gora's, and Coven K's. Okay, we got a mythical board, which is, you know, not great because we wanted pets. And we're going to get the legendary board again. Alright, so 3 useless things instead of 1 useless thing. Whatever. We are done with that quest, and now we can go move on to Void. We can speed run through Void. And yeah, once we speed run through Void, what do we have left? Did you use gum? Yes, I used a ghostly boss gum. And there's Agent Blaze. Go through the portal. And then we'll go do the puzzle for Bo, because I forgot about that, but yeah. You must start every quest before moving on to the next island. Yeah. Yeah. It's not going to be too much of an issue. We're going to start with Coven K, then we're going to go do Diddy, and then... Or is it Diddy next? Yeah, it is Diddy next. Coven K, Diddy, Mackie, DXZ. Alright. Yeah, let's go do Bo, because his quest does reset when you rebirth, so it is technically part of Bloxbite HQ. Then we'll head over to Void, and then do Pygo Burr. Alright, let's do this puzzle really quick. Oh my, is that a green button behind there that I can click? And a cane that I can click? Yeah, how is someone supposed to figure out this part of the puzzle? Anyways, that is probably the easiest puzzle to figure out the start to in any world. And it's pretty much impossible to figure out, so, you know. So I'm not doing Remnant Zone. I haven't rebirthed yet, so I don't have access to Remnant Zone. Anyways. Let's start here. If I remember correctly, I need to find this. Then plug it into somewhere. Probably down here. Booting, and then it'll allow me to lower this light. Then I enter a code. Alright, there is a something or another somewhere where I press. Where is that? I can't remember where that is. No, it's a button right there on that chart. Boop. Lowers this whole thing. And then, if I thinking about it, I think it's this way, so top, bottom, middle, top, do 2 bottoms, top, middle. Alright, or it's the inverse of that. Like this. Where we go middle. Top. Bottom. Bottom. I always forget which way it is. I don't know whether it's looking at like this or like that. And they're two different things. You just have to swap the bottom and the top though. Alright, Goro 7s. I don't know what happened to these pictures. They're kind of glitching out. But for his, if I remember correctly, you open here. Oh, no, you find a key first. Okay. Where was the key? Was it in the potted plant? No, that's someone else. Huh. I'm looking at the bookcase. I think it's in one of the books, if I remember correctly now. Whoop. Yep. There's that key. Wind up key, and then it's in here. And that'll move the bed around. And yeah, now I enter this code on the keypad. Boop, boop. Boop, boop. Bottom there. Middle there. Then bottom, middle. There we go. Secret activated and perfect. Yeah, I already know all the solutions to the puzzle, so it's not too difficult. This is like the only one I'm going to have to look up. I'm sorry, I don't know the solution to this one all the way through. If I remember correctly, there is a coffee mug that I need to find somewhere. Oh. And you put it in there, that reveals battery. You put the battery into the side of here. And then you enter 4 codes that I know 3 of. So yeah, one code is this. So we need to do blue, green, red, yellow. Blue. Is it light blue or dark blue? Light blue. Blue, green, red. Clever, do it again. Of course I'll do it again. And then there's this one over here, which is pink, blue, yellow, red. So the bottom 2 stay the same. Then I need to get pink on this one and blue on this one. Is that the pink or is that purple? Yeah, okay. That's the wrong shade of pink. That's the right shade of pink. Alright, again. Okay. Now I need to figure out what the last code was because I can't ever remember it. I don't think it's over there. I can't remember if it's a picture or not. I don't think it's a picture. I think it's just kind of a good luck sort of thing. Alright, we're going to go Google search this one because I can't ever remember this part of the passcode and what it stands for. I know it has brown in it somewhere, but yeah. HQ. All right. It is brown, purple, light pink, yellow. Which I don't know why it's this, but it is. brown, purple, light pink. There we go. Fine, secret unlocked. All right. I don't know why that's where that comes from, but whatever. Oh, I'm not going to be getting Lucky Cats. If I do get Lucky Cats, I won't be using them as stats. It'll just be for you guys to figure out how to do them. There's something in here, and I need to figure out what angle I needed. There it is. All right, that's one. Over here. Where's the eraser? There the eraser is. But yeah, every time you recolor it recolors in the opposite color of what it was before. On this one, so it isn't like random or anything. I think it starts out pretty random, but whatever. Because that was black, red, black. Now I'll be red, black, red on our first try on the next one. And then that's black, and I think that's the last one, and we'll get the red key. Nope, we have a whole nother one to go. Black and red, and a key appears. Perfect. And then over here, we need to go find a way to turn on the computer. I forgot how I do that. Oh no, I just touched the computer. All right, so the first one is how many yellow connections there are with the one on it, which I think is just 0. It should be right here. No, that's 5. So now I have to blank everything out. 0. Blue connections. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that's it. 5, and then green connections is again 0. Just because nothing has a T here, so and then pink is 1, 2, 3. So 0, 3. Black 1. Zero, 1, and then red is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. That's the blue key, and then I put them all into the keyholes that are not here, here. So I just go boop, 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 boop. Say happy birthday to Mackie, hi. Is it Mackie's birthday? Look on Discord. I haven't opened Discord today, really. But yeah, I guess happy birthday to Mackie. Apparently one of the devs' birthday. I see. Anyways, back to the puzzle at hand. This one's going to be the most interesting. You know, I could just glitch through the whole entire wall. Oh, no, I can't. I don't have a sandy slate. Duh. No, this one requires me to open this. No, I need to get the crowbar first, then I can open that. Is the crowbar behind here? Yes, it is. It's my favorite loot bag item. I really like how reflection looks. Alright, that's the thing, and that's the key code. So, code is 2160. 2160. So let's turn on the computer. Slide the USB in. So same thing. So 2160. Logging in. Boop. Then we put the cane in here. And voila. I'm going to be probably going for completing just Void, rest of Void. Press the do not press button 27 times. 1, 2... Fortunately, this keeps track, so I don't need to actually pay attention to how many times I've clicked it. There we go. Such a difficult quest. There we go. Bored. Oh, the joke. Yeah, every time I do that YouTube thing, it's like, oh yeah, I'm an actual YouTuber. And it's like, yeah, it's kind of weird. But yeah, now we are done with that. We just need to go back to... We just need to go to Void now. I think that's all the quests we need to do. There is Cheshire and Archie that at some point we need to do, but we aren't going to do those this stream. But yeah. The 27 times buttons to instantly bring all 27 new second arc NPCs to the game, and then you unlock the Remnant Zone. Yeah, that might be the case. Maybe that's why you have to press the button 27 times. Anyways, I guess before we get started on this, let's go ahead and grab all these Center Island quests. Should I skip Captain Finsley's quests? I would do Captain Finsley. Getting 2 additional streams is worth it. It is a bit of a longer quest line, though, so I can understand skipping it. But we'll help you on later on. So I would do it. Unless you already have, like, Master Hunter from the Rebirth perks, which you probably don't if you're asking about Captain Finsley, but yeah. Yeah, I know on my main account, I still have the anniversary fruit just because it wasn't really useful for me to use it. And I'm like, hey, might as well save it, see if it does anything later, or just to flex that I have it in my inventory. Should we do a live stream where I learn all the lore? Yeah. No, the last time I did a live stream, or last time I did anything lore-wise in Ghost Simulator, was actually reading through the unfinished dialogue in all of these Void NPCs. It was actually kind of interesting. Actually, I don't think I did a stream on that, but it was like the last time I did anything lore-wise in Ghost Sim. Just because, like, no one had done anything like that, and it was like, oh, you learn stuff like Rowan and Joven are brothers? No, not Rowan and Joven. Rowan and Yoko were cousins or whatever, but yeah. It'd be funny if you click the button more than 27 times, the quest resets. That would be actually kind of funny. It isn't that harmful. Like, I think many people would be fine with that. It'd just kind of be... you click it 27 times, and then you have to click it again 27 times. But yeah, do this quest line, and then we'll go start with Mackie. Yeah, but no, I don't really do lore in Ghost Simulator. Not really a huge focus. But yeah, we should be done with Void in this rest once we finish the stream. Thing is, Void doesn't take too long for us to go ahead and do. Return to Agent Blaze. Yeah, but like, you know, I'm already here in Void. That would require me leaving the Void. We'll do it later. Yes, they added it in so that you could be able to go ahead and complete question marks quest. Because it used to be, you used to be unable to get 100% game completion because of that one quest. So for like 3 months, 100% game completion in Ghost Simulator is just straight up impossible. I like how one of the flowers is just a jellyfish model flipped upside down. This one. Yeah, I don't think it's meant to be a flower. I think it's just meant to be a jellyfish flipped upside down. Actually, all of the flowers are. Yeah, I don't think they're meant to be flowers. I never saw them as flowers. I just called the question mark guy Dave. Yeah, that'd probably be a lot less syllables. It's like saying www dot whatever. It'd literally be faster just to say World Wide Web dot. Even if it is less letters. Because I can't really do as a word because you guys wouldn't understand that. Okay, maybe you guys would understand if I did it as an NPC name, but, you know. I wouldn't if someone else did that to me. Oh, we do have Adam. We should go equip Adam. I haven't done that yet. Let's see. Sort by ectotoken. Lock this. Equip it over that. Equip Starlight over our other one. And voila, we have nice pet stats. Rebirth? Yeah, Rebirth would be probably better. Rebirth NPC versus question mark NPC. Definitely a lot less vowels. Hoodie guy. Honestly, even just say mystery NPC would probably be a very good way to do it. I'm just very uncreative when it comes to stuff like that, like naming NPCs. I'm so used to these gem quests being instant complete that it's actually kind of funny to me that they aren't. Like, it's 3 ghosts instead of 1 ghost. It's not that much more difficult of a quest, it's just interesting that it isn't instantly completed when I get one ghost. Yeah, getting stuff before rebirthing is kind of a nice chore. Wow, there's like 3 people in Void, and we're like half of us are all in this one spot. It's like backdoor all over again. Yeah, no, pet living quests I think are one of the worst. I wish it was more like get X amount of XP on a rare pet or on any pet or whatever, rather than level up a pet to this mount. It would do the same thing, but you could just use any pet you want instead of switching over to a new pet or whatever for leveling up like commons or whatever. There are definitely ways to make it faster, but yeah, it's still annoyingly slow to do them. Alright, that's Coven K done. We have 4 more of these NPCs to do, so probably around 30 more minutes. Hopefully 30 more minutes. I don't want to spend too much more than that. Yes, no, Ghostly Vision is a pretty good early rebirth to get. Master Hunter... Most people suggest Master Hunter into Ghostly Vision, into whatever. Or recommend picking that. I know I'd picked in a weird order. I picked like Ghostly Vision, Lucky Eyes, Divines, Second Arc, Master Hunter, in just a really weird order, just because, like, you know, I understand going for Divines. They look like a really good pet upgrade, and it's kind of hard to realize that they're kind of just bad. All right, let's grab these quests while we're here. I don't know. I'm kind of thinking about just stopping the stream here. There isn't really anything I'd do off stream though, so. Yeah, no, getting a good stat pet is definitely tempting to do. No, keep going. Yeah, I don't know. I'll probably finish Void. I probably won't talk to all the NPCs, though. Just talking to the NPCs is something I'll probably do off stream. Doesn't really feel like something I'd do on stream. Oh, we're not doing the ring. We're doing gems. There we go. Got the gems. No, wait. No, wait. Okay, yeah, actually, in other words, I'm going to have to leave now. I'll finish this up next week. We'll do the rest of this. I'll probably do between streams, like 30 bosses or something. Just some off-stream grinding for bosses and Gramp stuff. But yeah, that'll be it for this stream. We managed to get through final boss, even though it was a little bit annoying. Thank you guys for coming out, and